not going to speak 5 minutes. I just want to share just a few ideas how I learn words. I mean, people ask me how do I remember words, so many words in so many languages, and whenever I come discover a new word which is difficult to remember. Some words do not want to stay in my brain. They want to leave immediately. As soon as they come in, they want to leave me, and I want to keep them inside. Then I build a story around them. So a funny story. The funnier it is, the longer they stay in my brain. And if that doesn't work, because I don't have enough fantasy to build a story around that word, then I try to find similarities with other words in other languages I know. Okay, that'll be one method. I don't know how new it is for you, but it's successful for me, and I hope could be successful for you too. Should I give you an example, or? Yeah, please. Yeah. Okay. I didn't prepare anything. I'll just think of. Let's say in Persian, tabestun, zamestun. They sound very similar. They mean the opposite. One is summer, one is winter. And how can I remember that? I had a hard time remembering the difference between tabestun, zamestun. And then I took a word from another language, Russian, zima. So the first letter, zima, zamestun. Yeah, zima, zamestun, winter. So that's how I remember. Whenever I need to say winter in Persian, I think first of the winter in Russian, and then I go back to Persian. It sounds difficult, but that was the only way to remember that. Or another word, actually, water in Persian. It's up. How can I remember up? It's a short word. You should say, oh, it's very easy to remember that. But in this case, I build a story. So I think of German, something falling down, up, no, up, German, falling down, and I imagine in my head, I see this waterfall, water coming down, no? Okay, another technique, if I have another few seconds, okay. If I want to remember a way of speaking, I choose a model. I have a role model. I have somebody in that particular language, and I imitate, like a monkey. So I try to be that person. That gives me more confidence. I pretend to be that person. Of course, I'm not, but I leave my identity somehow, and I try to be that particular person, which is a role model for me for a certain period of time, maybe. Because next I find another role model. Okay, that's my. I have a question there. Can I answer?
Yeah, okay. I'd just like to recommend, if you like that way of learning, that there's a website called Memrise, which I'm nothing to do with,
I know
where people can share their...
yeah, I know that website, and I do use it as an application. Yeah?
Yes, good, because they call them mems, these little tricks for learning.
And then you choose the right way. It has an option, help me learn it, or help me remember that. It has an option there.
You can put your own crazy idea.
And you can add your, but many of the proposals there are just fit. Some of them are very funny, and the funnier they are, or more bizarre they are, the longer they stay in my brain, my head.
After you kind of know this word up, do you still keep on thinking of German falling down or so, or do you lose your?
No, I don't lose them anymore. I always see this waterfall in my head, right before milliseconds before I say that word. My brain constructs this waterfall, and then it goes away.
But what about Romanian? There's a word apa in Romanian, which...
Yeah, we have that word, but funny enough, we have that word in Romanian, apa.
And it's cognate.
But it didn't work. I tried this way, it didn't work. Sometimes the more complicated way is the more successful way. I'm sorry, I cannot explain these structures in my head. I wish I could. Okay. But this is the result of it.
Last speaker. I will be very short. I have already spoken before, and I know that you are already looking forward to the pizza that is waiting for you. I just wanted to make an offer to people who are learning languages from the same list as I am learning. So the most of them are European languages, and maybe there is Chinese. And if you are at some level where the wildcard pod 101 is already too little for you, and your textbook is already over, and you are looking for some native speaker content for the listening comprehension, I am speaking of podcasts. I have prepared a list of podcasts I'm using since over 6-7 years. The list is changing according to my current preferences, and I think that if someone from you have some interesting list or would like to get an inspiration, maybe from my list, we could meet today. I'm here until tomorrow, so this way I'm not going to take your time now.
If someone is interested in reading Egalia's Daughters, it's actually been translated to English. I can definitely recommend it.